We are going to see the problems related to this Y parameter. So you see the first problem. For the two-port network shown in figure, determine the admittance matrix. So this is the given network. So this network is having 3 resistance of 10 ohm resistor, and the port is mentioned. This is the input port and this is the output port. So now we are going to, what is the question means, we have to determine the admittance matrix. So you know the admittance matrix. What is admittance matrix means? We have to find out the value of this one, Y11, Y12, Y21 and Y22. So we have to find the 4 values. So in order to find out those 4 values, so we are going to write the KCL equation for the given circuit. So in order to write the KCL equation, so first we have to mark the branch currents. Okay. So here in the given diagram, the 2 currents are mentioned. This is I1 and this is the I2. And in this circuit, there are 2 nodes. So you just consider this is the node A and this is the node B. Okay. So the current entering into this node A, we are considering as the input current I1. And the current entering to the node B, it is said to be I2. Okay, and the remaining 3 branches are there. So we have to mark the branch currents. So let us consider the current flowing through this branch is I3, current flowing through this branch is I4, and the current flowing through this branch is I5. So you can take any direction, current direction you can take any direction like this. Okay. So first one, we are going to write the KCL equation for this node A. So you know the KCL equation. What is KCL? Kirchhoff's current law. So according to Kirchhoff's current law, for any node, the sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing current. Okay, so that is the thing. So for node A, you see the 3 currents, I1, I3 and I4. Okay, so this I1 is an incoming current, I3 is an outgoing current, I4 is also an outgoing current. So the KCL equation for this node A is I1 equal to I3 plus I4. Okay, so this is the thing. And the next one, so here our aim is to derive the Y parameter equation. That Y parameter equation is in the form is that the equation is I1 equal to Y11 into V1 plus Y12 into V2. That is, I1 can be written as a function of the 2 variable V1 and V2. Similarly, we have to get another equation I2 equal to function of V1 and V2. So this is our aim. So here, we written the I1 equation is this one. So here we have to find out the value of I3 and I4 and substitute here. So from this diagram, the current I3. So what is the current I3? The current I3 is the current flowing through this 10 ohm resistor. So this 10 ohm resistor means, so the I3, it is starting from this node and it will end to this node. But we have to write the current I3 can be written as VA minus VB divided by 10. And you know, for node A, what is the voltage at node A means it is the input voltage V1 and the voltage at node B is the output voltage V2. So the I3 current it can be written as V1 minus V2 divided by 10. Okay, so similarly I4. The I4 current it can be written as, what is I4? Current flowing through this branch. So the I4 can be written as VA minus the reference voltage 0 divided by 10. So what is VA? V1. So V1 minus 0 divided by 10. So after that, you just separate the terms. So V1 by 10, it is 0.1 V1 minus V2 by 10, it is minus 0.1 V2 plus 0.1 V1 and the last one is 0. So if you are combining these two terms, we will get 0.2 V1 minus 0.1 V2. So we calculated, that is we derived the current I1 in terms of V1 and V2. So you just consider as a equation number 1. Okay, similarly, we have to obtain the another one equation I2, the current I2 in terms of V1 and V2. So where is the I2? The I2 is related with node B. So we have to write KCL equation for this node B. So what is the KCL equation for this node B means? For this node B, I3 is the incoming current, I2 is the incoming current, I5 is the outgoing current. But for node B, so what the KCL equation is I2 plus I3 equal to I5. So similarly, we have to find out the value of I3 and I5, substitute here. So here our aim is to obtain the equation I2. So you don't change the I2 value. So you keep it as I2 here. And this I3, if you're coming under that right hand side now, I5 minus I3. So here we have to substitute the value of I5. What is I5? I5 is a current flowing through this 10 ohm resistor. I5 equal to the voltage at node B minus 0 divided by 10. So what is the voltage at node B? It is V2. So V2 minus 0 divided by 10. Okay, so the I2 can be written as this one. Okay, then we are rearranging this thing. We will get the equation I2 equal to minus 0.1 V1 plus 0.2 into V2. So this is the equation number 2. So the equation number 1 and equation number 2, it is said to be the H parameter equations. So we obtained the H parameter equation. But from this parameter equation, if we are comparing these two equations with the standard Y parameter equation, so the standard Y parameter equation, we will write that is what is Y1? Y1 is a coefficient of V1 in I1 equation. So in I1 equation, the coefficient of V1 is 0.2. Y12 is a coefficient of V2. So Y12 equal to minus 0.1. And similarly, Y21 is a coefficient of V1 in second equation. So Y21 is a minus 0.1 and Y22 is a 0.2. So from this, we can write the Y matrix as 0.2, that is Y11, this is Y12, Y21 and Y22. So this is the answer for this problem. Okay, so this is the problem uh, related to this admittance matrix, that is Y parameter. Admittance parameter means it is a Y parameter. Okay, so we will see one more problem. So this is the next problem, second problem, determine the Y parameters of the circuit as shown in figure. So this is a May 2018 question, 7-mark question. Okay, so already we solved this problem in Z parameter. So here we are going to derive the Y parameter for this network. Okay, so this is here 4 5 ohm resistors are connected in this manner. Okay, so similar manner. So similar to the previous problem, we have to solve this problem. Okay. So for the first thing, we have to mark the branch currents. Okay. So here, now so many branches are there. So we have to mark the current according to that one. So here the I1, this is the branch current I1. Okay. This is the output current I2. Okay. I2. And the I1 is, so you just consider there are 3 nodes. So this is node A, this one is node B, and this is also a one of the node. You just consider as a node X. Okay. So for this node, I1 is a incoming current, and this node A, again we are having the 2 branches. So you mark this is the current I3 because I2 is here. So this is I3. The current flowing through this branch is I4, and current flowing through this branch is I5, and this is the current flowing through this branch is I6. Okay, so the direction you can take your own direction. Okay, so the I1 and I2 must be this direction. Okay, I1 is entering toward this node and I2 is also entering. The remaining current direction you can take as your own. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so similar to that problem, we are going to write the KCL equation for node A. Okay, node A. So here the voltage at node A is V1. Voltage at node B is V2. And here one more node is there. This is the node X. Okay, so we have to consider, let us take voltage at node X is Vx. Okay, you can take Vx. Okay, it is a one unknown. We have to eliminate that term unknown. Okay, so first one, we are going to apply KCL equation for node A. Okay, so we can write I1, the equation I1 equal to I3 plus I4. Okay, so similarly we have to find out the value of I3. So what is I3? I3 is a current flowing through this resistor. So the I3 is starting here and ending to this node. What is the value? V1 minus Vx divided by 5. Okay, similarly I4, what is I4? I4 is a current flowing through this branch. Okay, current flowing through this branch. So the starting node voltage V1, and what is the ending node voltage? V2 divided by 5. So V1 minus V2 divided by 5. Okay, so you'll just rearrange that one. So V1 by 5 minus Vx by 5, V1 by 5 minus V2 by 5. So you combine the V1 term. So I1 equal to this one. So you see this equation. So in this equation, the I1 is having V1 term, V2 term, and additionally it is having Vx term. Okay, but we want I1 equation in terms of V1 and V2 only. We have to eliminate. So that's why we have to eliminate this Vx value. Okay. So in order to calculate this Vx value, we have to write the KCL equation. We have to apply the KCL equation for this node X. So what is the KCL equation for this node X? For node X, I3 is the incoming current, I5 is the incoming current, I6 is the outgoing current. So I3 plus I5, which is equal to I6. Correct? So I5 plus I3 equal to I6. So what is I5? The I5 is the current I5 is current flowing through this 5 ohm resistor. So what is the starting end voltage? V2. What is the ending voltage? Vx. So I5 equal to V2 minus Vx divided by 5. V2 minus Vx by 5. Similarly, I3 equal to V1 minus Vx by 5. I6 equal to Vx by 5. Okay, so from this equation, we have to derive the value of Vx. Okay, our aim is to derive the value of Vx. So rearrange the terms, split the terms. So after splitting, we have to find V1 plus V2 equal to 3Vx. So from that, Vx equal to this one. Okay, so we derived Vx in terms of V1 and V2. Okay, so substitute this Vx value in this equation number 1 in order to eliminate the variable Vx. Okay, so substitute this Vx in equation number 1. We will get I1. This is the equation number 1. So instead of this Vx, you just substitute the values and you have to rearrange it. So after rearranging, so we will get the I1 equal to 5V1 by 15 minus 4V2 by 15. So 5 divided by 15, it is 0.33V1 minus 0.266V2. Okay, so this is a one of the Y parameter equation. Okay, similarly, we have to obtain the second Y parameter equation. The second Y parameter equation is I2 in terms of V1 and V2. Okay, so in order to determine the I2, we have to write a KCL equation for this node B. Okay, so apply KCL to node B. So for node B, the I2 is a incoming current, I5 is a outgoing current, I4, this I4, okay, I4 is a incoming current. So I4 plus I2 equal to I5. Okay, so I4 plus I2 equal to I5. Okay, from this, our aim is to find I2. So I2 equal to I5 minus I4. Okay, so we have to find out the value of I5 and I4 and we will derive the equation. So what is I5? You see the diagram? I5. What is I5? This is the current I5. I5 is a starting node voltage V2 minus Vx divided by 5. Okay. So I2 V2 minus Vx divided by 5. Similarly, I4 is V1 minus V2 divided by 5. So rearrange it. We have to substitute, we have to eliminate this Vx value. Already we derived the Vx value from this equation number 2. So substitute the value of Vx value here and you just combine the terms, V1 term and V2 term. So we will get the equation as I2 equal to minus 4V1 by 15 then plus 5V2 divided by 15. So I2 equal to, this is the answer. Okay, so the equation number 3 and equation number 4, this equation number 3 and 4 is a Y parameter equation. So from the Y parameter equation, you just compare these two Y parameter equation with the standard Y parameter equation. This is the standard Y parameter equation. So if you are comparing these two, we will get Y11. What is Y11? In I1 equation, the coefficient of V1, this 0.33 is a Y11 and the coefficient of V2 minus 0.266, it is a Y12. Okay, similarly minus 0.266 is a Y21 and 0.33 is a Y22. So the Y matrix, the admittance matrix can be written as like this.